because it should still be the garbage in, garbage out. So they have fundamental problems which must be solved first in the classroom. They may have to go back, but with a little help by their teachers, they can cross over the quality.
Just come that this person had D, this person had E. How would we say that this person had a fundamental issue and a technical issue?
The subject teachers know. Like I told you, for instance, the example I gave, the case study I gave, immediately answering questions in comprehension and so on. And I got that immediately because I gave them a pre-teaching test. And I got that was their problem. The one that has expression, I knew that for expression, there is no way she could write answering questions, maybe not knowing how to put one down and put that up. They can get over it and still have their results.
Now let us take a look at the financial implication of this now, because having the opportunity of restating one exam or the other will definitely attract some financial commitment on the part of the parent. So will it not pose financial challenges on some who struggled to even pay the first examination for a particular candidate?
That's the language of everybody in Nigeria and Africa. But there's no way you can get a good thing without some finance, because some people focus on the education of our children actually, and so if we have to pay a little looking for that purpose, and it will help us rather than allowing the children to work on this.
Let's look at these bodies that are just having a thought in their mind, right? It will make redundant to the National Examination Council, NECO, and the GCE exams, and the November, December NECO exams as well. Hope it will make these exams redundant.
No. NECO will still be there. Like we said, it's not all the students that wrote the exams that will actually be allowed for the receipts. It's those who have impediments in required subjects for the courses they intend to study. For instance, people in sciences, if he has missed biology or he has missed, and that's all. Now, the other ones, the majority of those who had F9 or maybe P7 or E7, D8 in 9 subjects may not be permitted to write the receipt. And so those ones will still be prepared for GCE, prepared for NECO, prepared for the next TC and the rest of them. So there's no redundancy anywhere. The system continues.
Now, Mr. Abayomi, I want our listeners to, because you may have passed through that system growing up when you were at the secondary school level, getting admission into tertiary institutions. You could recall that back then, even when we were kids trying to get into primary schools, you have to place maybe one part of your hand to the other side, not until when it touches the other side of your ear. That is when you can get admitted. With this receipting of a thing not given for laziness and laxity to the student, because they will now believe that once I fail this something, I still have the opportunity to receipt, even not waiting for a year to receipt this kind of exam. Will it not give room for laxity and laziness on the part of the students looking at the introduction of technology and all sorts?
No, I don't see any redundancy coming in, or any redundancy coming in, or any laziness coming in, because it's not actually the so-called receipt will only help the students who are brilliant, the students who are serious. The ones that are not serious will still not get the receipts, that kind of thing. So it's for the serious ones. And the serious ones have a focus. They know where they're going. They know what they want to achieve. And so they know that. And of course, WAEC is not saying it's going to lower down the standard, even at the receipts. The standard will still remain. The marking standard will still remain. The requirement will still remain. And so if you make yourself lazy in the first exams, the laziness will affect your achievement even in the receipt exam. So there's nothing so special about it. And no student should find that pleasing. But it's an opportunity for such fellows. Regards the issue of admission, well, the issue of age now, they have already removed it from the school system. And I don't know how many people learning now will even have to wait for your hand to be at it when already 13-year-old is already in the university. So I think those ones are days gone by.
What if you just joined us? This is OGBC 90.5 FM Morning Flight, the Tuesday edition, and we have been talking about WAEC introduction of receipt exams for WASC candidates. What are the advantages and the disadvantages? And we have as guest Mr. Edward Abayome, who is an educationist. And now, Mr. Abayome, will this newly okay? Not all universities accept combined results. Like not all universities accept combination of both WAEC and NECO, making the results there's this option a critical alternative for students and aiming for seamless admission. Now, will this not affect the rate of interest in writing NECO examinations? Still going back to NECO.
No, I think most universities have resolved that issue of combining WAEC and NECO, except maybe University of Ife, maybe one or two more universities. Majority of the universities have accepted convert
To sit
two sittings.
sittings.
Yes, majority. But sincerely speaking, let's go to this
Example, sometimes when you want to write an examination, sometimes when you feel in that you have to write the examination because maybe it's a better. Sometimes maybe one is lucky and some at the regional level. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this? Someone who has not been to a particular location, now you are. Will it not make accessibility difficult for the students writing WAEC and trying to help them to receive this?
of course, that's a major problem. And WAEC may need to review that because if you have the Southwest, for instance, all the states in Southwest, and it's not an examination is going to write just for 1 day, 2 days, and come back. That means the parents may still have to engage in either get.
What are the advantages and the 0803-437-9453 and 0815-032. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, Alachi Utogona is my name. I'm calling from Ilakari. It's a welcome on the issue of this WAEC. It's a welcome development for the serious student. It's a welcome development for the serious student. And I be happy to be ready. You have a good student that are performing well, and only 1 or 2 subjects giving you problem. There's nothing you can do to it. But what I want to clear is that I learned that Nigeria is excluded from that region, from this WAEC city, because we have NECO that the people you use to add to the WAEC something. I want our guests to clear that area. So, because we are excluded out of the Western country, we are not, we are excluded us because we have another body of exam that is very relevant. That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very
0803-437-9453. And so as we await other calls, can you please react to? Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pepe, and good morning, Emmanuel.
Thank you for joining us, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Bayo.
You are welcome, sir.
I am Suniba. I'm calling from Shora.
You're welcome, sir.
It's a very, as far as I'm concerned, it's a very stiff policy. It's a very welcome idea. It's very good. It gives students who have what I call